What is up, everybody? It is me, Above the Zero, and today with me is
Dre. Hi, man.
And we got one article for you. The other one's like an opinion.
It's not an opinion.
Yeah, it's like
it's a discussion. We're gonna talk about the LCS today, boys.
And well, I mean, sticking with Riot Games, we're also gonna talk about an article that was wrote by Richard Lewis.
Jacob Wolf.
Well, Richard Lewis.
No. Jacob Wolf.
Anyways, both of them did an article on it, okay?
Jacob Wolf.
You can check out either one. Jacob Wolf's is on the Daily
I'm
Dot.
not a Richard Lewis fanboy.
And Richard Lewis is on Breitbart. So, what we're talking about in this article wrote by Jacob Wolf and Richard Lewis is Monte Cristo, Doa, and Papa Smithy. Now, they cast Korea. And they work for On Gamers, which is not a part of Riot. They are partnered, and they do broadcast their games, but it is not a subsection of Riot Games.
They're independent.
So, basically what it says is MSI is coming up. Now, this is freelance work. It's like a tournament of all the best teams, if you don't know what it is.
It's essentially like an MLG.
An MLG, an IEM, but just for League of Legends. So, they were talking about it with Riot Games because they're freelance, and they wanted to cast the event because obviously you want the best casters, you want the best analysts, you want the best teams, obviously, for your mid-season invitational.
Yeah, well, it's nothing but the best.
And what they figured out in the discussion is Riot Games didn't want to pay as much as, well,
anyone else.
Yeah. So they went to, a lot of other places, and they talked about how at the beginning of the year they created like an industry standard for freelance work. It included Counter-Strike, it included freaking Halo, Hearthstone,
all the major esports.
Yeah, all the major ones. I'm forgetting like 2 or 3. But anyways, they created a industry standard. I already said CS.
Oh.
And
CSGO.
What they figured out
anyway
is they're paying like 40 to 70% of the industry standard. Now, I understand that if you're not like the most popular region, let's say you're Oceanic, obviously you're going to make a little bit less than like NA, EU, or LCK because they have more viewers. It brings in more money for the company. But the fact that they're that much lower is kind of ridiculous because you're like their broadcasts for their leagues get the most amount of views. I don't care if it's the fucking ESEA League for Counter-Strike, if it's SSL for StarCraft or GSL, nothing touches Riot Games broadcast except for tournaments, for like MLGs for Counter-Strike or Dota or anything like that. But nothing touches the leagues.
Mm-hmm. It's not like a casual, and no amount of casual CSGO streamers will ever like hit the amount of like a single cutie pie.
Yeah, well, I mean, not just that. I'm just talking about like the league stream, though.
Oh, yeah,
like,
or the LCS streams. They're just in a league all on their own.
Yeah, just
yeah.
So, I mean, anyways, like that's a little ridiculous. So they went and they basically posted this, and I mean, people are like really upset. Like, I mean, I was reading some of the comments on Reddit, and like everybody is in support of the casters here. Like, nobody is on Riot Games.
Yeah, well, they see their favorite casters being shortchanged and not being paid enough money, so, yeah. Like, regular human beings, they jump to the aid of people they like.
I mean, but that's what we got for that. I mean, my take on it is it's a little ridiculous. You make so much money. Like, so much money.
Right.
Just pay people what they're worth, man.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe, I'm not sure if there's anything we can really do about it, or not us, but them. I mean, honestly, it seems like every time Monte Cristo complains about something, Riot says, we hear you, but we honestly couldn't give any shits about what you have to say.
I mean, it's really sad, too, because, like, he is, like, the best, like, caster and, like, expert analyst that League of Legends has. I mean, yeah, but like, what other analyst comes close to Monte Cristo?
I think, in my honest opinion, Monte Cristo gets away a lot with just saying the obvious thing that no one else is saying, and being treated like some god of predictions, like predicting that SKT's gonna win Worlds when everyone else is like, oh, there's gonna be an upset, we're hoping for it, and he's like, there will never be an upset, SKT will win. Obviously, dude, everyone's just trying to have some fun, and you're just being that guy.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's his thing though. Like he is the he is the expert.
We can't give him some like godlike credit for being amazing at making predictions and like analyzing and seeing who's the best when it's obvious who's the best, and he's just the only one who's saying it.
I mean, okay, but honestly, like after the games though, like, or even during the games, like you listen to him cast, right? Like, it's beautiful.
I honestly don't think it's anything special. His in-game casting is not really that remarkable.
I like it.
I would much rather listen to like fucking Rivington and Jet.
Alright, Rivington also does a really good job, and like, what were the two from the ULCS like 3 years ago? D-Man
and Joe Miller.
Joe Miller. I mean, D-Man really fucked up. He's not really doing anything in ESL right now. But like,
we can have a caster discussion another time.
But anyways, go Monte Cristo.
He's overrated. Anyway.
I mean, at least he's not a freak.
We can all agree. At least he's not a freak. Alright, so, our next part, we're going to be talking about what's coming up here. We're going to be talking about what's coming up here in the EU and NA LCS playoffs. So, real quick, I just want to note that the EU promotional tournament already happened, and all 3 LCS teams re-qualified for the LCS.
Is that an exclamation mark for Giants?
Yeah, they've got an exclamation part at the end of their name.
They did?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since they were founded.
Oh. Alright.
Anyway, so... Getting into the first round of the EU playoffs, we've got Fnatic versus Vitality, and Vitality is the 4 seed, and Fnatic is the 8 or 6 seed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, coming to this match, like, Fnatic has not performed very well this split.
Right.
They do still have Daylor, which prepares very well, and I mean, obviously is a really good coach because he's had 2 new teams. One of them he took 18-0, and the other one, I mean, underwhelming, but they didn't get relegated, and they still have a chance.
Let it be noted, nobody got relegated.
They still have a chance to like perform. I find it likely though, and I think Kissing's probably gonna carry the game, or Hjarman, either one. Anyways, I think Vitality's gonna win that game.
Honestly, I think Shook and Nukeduck have been carrying their games.
Their bot lane's still really good.
Yeah, I mean, Hjarnan and Nukeduck, Hjarnan and Kissing have been really good when they were on HGK together, but I think Nukeduck and Kissing, and even Kabashard top, if they get him that Graves, it's going to be a clean...
That's what I'm saying with Daylor's coaching, though. Like, he's going to look at what the power picks are of the enemy team and ban them.
Yeah, but you can't ban Graves, Poppy, Rammus, and Trundle. You can't...
So you give him one of those, and then you counter pick. It just depends on where you want to put your priority.
I guess. But, so I think that series is going to be an easy 3-0. Vitality's going to 3-0 Fnatic.
So you agree with... Okay.
What do you mean I agree with you? I was just saying the whole time that Vitality's going to get carried by their teammates and stomp on... I don't think Fnatic stands a chance. I think
and I agree with you.
I think they're a team in shatters. Vivint's had a terrible split. Reckless wants to quit the team again.
Well, okay.
That's only reason I just
the only reason Vivint did well in the first place is because he had Huni and Rain over.
I don't think so. I think
he was a very subpar mid laner and damage dealt and fucking CSing and everything. And that yes, you can check the.
I don't know about
stats.
that. I think Vivint was really strong last year.
Because of his team. If every other lane is winning, you're obviously going to do well.
Fair enough, that's true.
And now that he doesn't have lanes that are going to be winning automatically, he is not carrying the team. Okay?
Jeez.
So obviously, Fabivin isn't as good as everybody thought he was, okay? The next game is Origin versus Unicorns of Love.
Okay, now I'm a huge Origin fan, and this regular split was really hard for me, but they really came through at the end by going 2-0 the last week. Really set them up nicely to lose the G2 in the second round of the playoffs. But I don't think they'll have any problem beating Lulex and the Unicorns of Love.
Yeah, I mean, Lulex is really gonna bring them down.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
It's
people
not gonna
have
be a
said.
3-0.
Well, here's the thing: people have said Amazing Jungling has not been good this split, but
It hasn't.
Lulex.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't. Although Lulex did have a really good Lee Sin game.
Dude, he is so bad. Like, I
thought he retired. Regardless, I don't think this will be a 3-0. I think Origin will definitely show some weakness, and they'll probably drop the first game. And then after that, they'll use their red side, they'll counter pick, and Soaz will probably play Fiora and Baguette all over him.
yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't see any way that Origin loses this game. And like you said, there's no way that they beat G2.
Honestly, I don't know if we're really cutting Unicorns of Love a little bit short, but I just feel like that team, they started out really strong, and they just, like, lost a whole bunch of synergy. It probably has something to do with using 4 different junglers this split, one of them being Lulex, and then just falling apart altogether is just a not good unit. But moving into the second round, if my predictions are correct, that means we'll have H2K versus Vitality and G2 versus Origin.
Now, I'm an H2K. Well, okay, I'm a Prolly and a Forgiven fanboy.
Probably,
but
I'm a
honestly,
Prolly fanboy.
But honestly,
I think
though,
everybody's a Prolly
like,
fanboy.
H2K has been solid the whole split, and obviously it shows. They got a first round bye.
I don't agree, actually.
Yes,
I
they
think
have.
H2K has been on a downward spiral the last few games of the split. They barely won their last game against Elements. I think it was against Elements. Maybe it was Rocket. I don't know. No, definitely wasn't Rocket. But they barely won their last game. It was really close. And they were behind in the other game that they won at the end of the split. And it's like they were facing really bottom of the tier teams like Splice.
But that's the same thing as Fnatic last year. You remember that? They were always like 5,000 gold behind, and then they
yeah.
would come back. And then look, Fnatic fucking they just won every game.
That's true. But I think H2K have, like, I don't know, man. I just don't think that team is as good as they were at the beginning of the split. I think people are starting to figure them out.
Anyways, I think they'll win at least 2-1 against Vitality.
I think Vitality is a team on the way up, and H2K is a team on the way down. And in my opinion, this is going to be a close series. It'll definitely be 3-2, but I think Vitality will take it.
All right. And then we both agreed that G2 is going to win.
G2 will beat Origin, unfortunately.
Which means that
I don't even know if Origin will take a game on them. I think they're very similar teams, whereas they will just hammer you with pressure and not, like, really macro game that hard. They'll just try to beat you with their skill. And G2 actually has been stepping away from that playstyle. They've been a little bit more macro oriented coming into, like, the last few games of the split, but they're still definitely almost that cheese team that Unicorns of Love was their first split. Only more effective.
well, if your prediction is correct, that means Vitality and G2 are going to be in the finals.
Yeah, and if your prediction is correct, that means H2K
And
G2
G2
are going to be in the finals.
If Vitality and G2 are going up, who do you think is going to win it all?
I think G2 will win it, and it'll probably be a 3-1.
All right. And then, honestly, H2K and G2 are both really good teams, but I think I'm going to have to give it to G2 and give them the finals because they're just so
I mean,
good.
they're a rookie team. Remember, this is the team that also owns.
This is just so good. Like,
And Trick, he got the MVP of the split. He is a jungler who came from Korea, who has been just spaghettiing all over the EU scene, kind of like what Rainover did last split.
they have Perks, who is just a god in the mid lane.
This is his first ever split, and he's been carrying them. He's
Yeah.
been playing champions like Corki, and just out damaging everybody. Just out damaging everything. I know in our fantasy split he's got a hell of a lot of points. Same thing with Trick. Regardless, so those are our predictions for the EU split. We think it's going to be G2 taking it all. We agree on that. But where we disagree is the second
I think
round.
H2K will take second, and he thinks Vitality will take second.
Who's going to take fourth?
Fourth? I mean, out of Origin and...
In your opinion, Vitality.
I think Origin is better than Vitality.
Really?
And Origin will take it, yes.
I think Origin is not as good as H2K.
So in your mind, you see G2...
G2, Vitality, H2K, Origin, in that order.
And in my mind, I see G2, H2K, Origin, Vitality.
Can I also say that Fnatic's not going to Worlds this year? That will be the first...
Second split. We'll see.
I mean, that'll be the first Worlds that Fnatic doesn't go to.
We'll see. Anyways, we got the NA next, and we got Cloud9 versus TSM in the first game.
I think this is an easy game to call for Cloud9.
Thank you very much. I completely agree with you.
But Reggie's going to be angry about that because I think if TSM takes 5th and 6th this split, they're also not going to Worlds this year.
It's a new hashtag for ESM.
I know. Maybe they'll get relegated.
Hopefully. The second the second game is Team Liquid and Energy. This is obviously closer
Yeah, this is a
than
lot
the other
closer.
one.
I think Dardoch is a jungler on the rise. I really like him, like his attitude, I like his play style. He's like Baby Rainover, where he kind of does some of the same things, but he ganks a little bit more. He's not all about just denying farm and like starving out the enemy jungler. He actually like kind of helps his lanes a little bit, but and not just Toonie. Anyway, I think this game all comes down to how hard GBM will carry Energy.
I agree with you. Like, the way I see Energy winning this game is if LTech holds his own in bot lane. Like, if they hold their own in bot lane and they don't let Piglet go crazy, and I mean Matt plays Janna, great, but that's kind of a useless champion if your AD carry isn't doing well.
Yeah, I think it's about momentum going in. So if Liquid lose the first game, and then they lose the second game,
they
they're
have
doomed.
been historically super fucking bad with like just keeping their emotions up, and
If at any point they lose 2 games in a row, they will lose
They're
that
done,
third
yeah.
game. But if they lose the first game and win the second one, I think they're still in it. But it's really gonna come down to I think mid lane. And
so
I think
who do you think is gonna win then?
it's so hard to decide, and it's honestly inconsequential because they face Immortals in the next round. But I think GVM can carry Energy hard enough where they will be able to beat Liquid, and the 4th place curse will be broken again.
I think Energy is gonna win. And
So you agree with me?
just because I believe in my boy Altec, and I've been saying he's good. He's been like super fucking good since the EG days. So, I mean, I've been right. Coming into
Altec's
the
not doing so well this split,
anyways,
but
I don't
whatever.
want to hear your face.
Anyway,
They're coming into the second round.
CLG versus
CLG
Cloud9.
Cloud9. This is closer because okay, here's the
Well,
thing.
these 2 teams have been neck and neck the whole split.
Okay, this is what I think about it. CLG puts a lot of focus on the 1-3-1 or just 1-4 split push.
And Darshan.
So, if Balls cannot hold his own, I mean, it just whenever you fall behind in a split push, or even if you're just even, right? CLG, they know that when one person recalls, everyone's supposed to come back. Everyone recalls at the same time. You reapply pressure. You hold the neutral objectives, and they do that really fucking well, and that's what's gotten them their first round bye. So if Balls cannot hold his own against Darshan, I don't think it doesn't matter how hard Sneaker or Jensen tries to carry.
I disagree. Well, I don't disagree. I think you're correct, but I think Balls will not struggle at all to do that. I think Balls has had one of the greatest splits he's ever had this split.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe Cloud9's going to win this series, but I'm saying that is the way that they're going to lose if they do lose.
I just think that I don't think Smithy has the ability to generate enough pressure to help his lanes win hard enough. And they might be able to control. They might get the first dragon every game, and they might do the lane swap right and like trade 2 for 2, but then get the freeze top. But Rush knows what to do in that situation to stop balls from being starved out. He knows that they need to take the mid tower as quickly as possible, and then push up all their wards, and then just take the neutral objectives, and then wait the game out.
Yeah,
Starve them out, just deny all the CS at that point. But it's like Rush knows exactly what he needs to do, and Smithy might know, but I don't think his champion pool or his gameplay is good enough to.
So you think Cloud9 is also going to take that game?
Yeah, I think it'll be. It might not even be that close, honestly. I think if Cloud9 has done enough research, they really should just be able to win these games in Champion Select.
And I mean, they have some of my favorite coaches. They got Bubba Dub and Bunny Fufu. So
No, Bunny Fufu's not a coach. Lemonation's a coach.
well, I mean, they're all part of the staff though.
Yeah.
They all help out.
Yeah.
And I love Lemonation and Bubba Dub. Bunny Fufu is I.
He's a sub for high.
He's I. Yeah, but he always comes out. You know, he's got to play some part in the team and research.
Maybe. But I honestly think that if Cloud9 can win the first game, Darshan will pick Yasuo the second game, so then they will win again. And after that, CLG is going to be desperate for a win, so they'll just start pulling out whatever the fuck they need to do to win, and it won't work for them. I honestly think this could be a 3-0 for Cloud9. It'd be a big surprise, but I honestly feel like that.
So, coming into the second game, we both agreed that Energy is going to make it through, but they're going to hit the brick wall of Immortals, and they're going to lose.
No, well, here's what I want to see. I want to see Immortals not
Just dominate.
I want to see them dominate, but I don't want to see them dominate the same way that they always do. Because right now they always win just by getting a massive lead in top lane. I want to see each of their lanes go even, and then see how they win from there by exerting pressure on the map, not just making picks in the jungle with Quinn or with teleport play. Because Reignover is always inside the enemy jungler. I want to see them win through macro play rather than just outplaying it.
Well, here's the thing. If you're Immortals, right, you're going to try to focus on winning that early game super fucking hard, so you don't need to show how you play the macro game, because it'll give you an advantage into the finals. And if you win, you basically are going to go to Worlds, and you can just take the second half for like practice. So I think they're going to try really fucking hard not to let it go to the point to where it's not like, oh, well, Huni is super far ahead, or, oh, Pobelter is super far ahead. Like, I think they're going to try to dominate as hard as they have before, and they also get to watch the games before, which also gives them an inherent advantage.
Yeah.
So, I think Immortals, I mean, maybe they do fuck up one game, and they do have to show up how they're going to play the macro game out, or how they're going to have to outplay, but I think Immortals is still going to destroy.
I think right now, as it stands, they always have Huni on someone like Quinn or Echo or someone like that who can just win. Yeah, or Gangplank. I guess his Gangplank's a little shaky, but... And then they put Pobelter on Lulu, so he will never lose lane. They put Adrian on Soraka or Janna. They will never lose lane. And then just Reignover denies every single bit of CS from the enemy jungler, and then they win. That's just how that's how all of their games have gone. They haven't been tested, and I guess Energy's really not that team to test them. I think that team to test them is going to be Cloud9.
So
They'll 3-0.
Cloud9 and Immortals in the finals, you think Cloud9 is going to be 3-0?
No. I think Energy's going to be 3-0.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, we both agree Cloud9 and Immortals in the finals.
Yes.
What do you think about it, man?
I think this is where Jensen needs to show that he can beat a Lulu in lane.
Okay, so when they brought him over from EU, right? He was number one. He was the best.
He was an
everybody
assassin.
wanted him. Like yeah. Like there are some of these Zed montages out there on YouTube of when he was over there in EU, and he still used the name Incarnation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just the Zeds, the Talons, like. He played stuff like that in solo queue all the time and dominated. Then he came over here to Cloud9 last year, and he
played Victor
and very Xerath, like very safe champions like that. So I agree with you. If he can start that snowball, I mean, that they're gonna need to do that because there's no way that Balls is gonna beat Huni. Like maybe he can stay with him, but Huni's always gonna have more presence in the team fights.
Well, the thing is, there's no way Balls is gonna beat Huni in Reign over. More so than just beating Huni, because you have to lane swap against Huni. You have to lane swap.
I think,
and when you lane swap against Huni, that gives Reignover complete control of the bottom half of the map if you're red side, and the top half of the map if you're blue side. So Reignover gets control of 3 parts of the three quadrants of the jungle. Because you can't invade against them because they're so good at collapsing on you in the jungle.
I don't know. I think that the way that Cloud9 is ever going to win a game against Immortals is Jensen playing an assassin and Sneaky outplaying Wild Turtle. That's the only way I think they win the games.
Honestly,
I don't think they are going to win the series. They may pick up a game.
I don't
Possibly,
think there's
but
even a
I
scene
think
for them.
Immortals wins.
I don't think there's even a scene for them in the bot lane. I think Adrian is so good at protecting Wild Turtle that there's just no room for them to win the bot lane.
I don't know, man.
They have
High
trained-
shot calling.
They have trained Wild Turtle to not flash forward.
Nah,
Except for that
I
one
know.
time.
He's flash forward like
That vintage Wild Turtle time when he flash forwarded into the Mesa solution and just got popped. But I think it'll be fun to watch, but it'll be fun watching Cloud9 lose slowly to Immortals.
But do you believe they'll win a game?
I think they will. I think they'll win the first game,
Alright.
and then they won't win any more after that.
So those are our predictions for the EU and NALCS. You can hate us if you want,
Do it.
but it's what we believe. It's our opinion. I don't know what to tell you about that.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry this is a really long episode, I'm sure. But we really enjoy doing this for you. So if you enjoy watching, or even if you don't, just hit the comment.
Also,
Also,
there's been one major announcement we gotta make real quick. So, not gonna say any names, but I've uploaded like the past month of.
all right.
videos.
Anyway,
No,
so
hold on. No.
thanks for
I
watching,
need to
everybody.
explain this. I've uploaded like the last month of videos, and I asked somebody else that helps me do this. I'm not gonna say any names, but they their part was to do the titles and the
Never-
description.
Never said
So
that. You never said that.
and change it to public.
You never
So-
said that. That's not true. That's not.
No. I'm not blaming you.
No,
I
you're
didn't
not
say
blaming
any
me.
names.
You're blaming this ambiguous person who we don't know the name or location of.
So anyways, the one announcement that we did make in one of the episodes in the
Right.
past month that
Yeah.
you did not see because well it's still privated.
Who would do that? Who would
know.
just randomly start making videos private and not upload that? Like, who would just make it so that none of the people can see the video? Why would you ever do that? Why would... That's a real mystery.
So the one announcement that we did make is I've made a whole bunch of layouts and a couple of things are in the works. Anyways, we're
We're gonna be
starting to stream
streaming.
again. And it's not gonna be like every day. It's not gonna be on a schedule. I mean, everybody's schedule changes. But it's mostly gonna be me, maybe him, and
We'll be
I don't-
playing League of Legends, Minecraft, fucking... League of Legends, Minecraft.
stuff like that. Basically, the AAA titles that everybody likes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start doing that again, and then maybe, possibly restart DG Fun Times. But there will be videos going up on the channel, more than just Esports upload, which has been the only thing for like the past 3 months.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for watching,
Thanks.
and hopefully you stuck around until this point, because if not, then you don't know that we're streaming,
Right.
and then you're gonna be missing out on some fantastic content.
Well, anyway, thanks a lot for watching and enjoying all the way through, even if you didn't enjoy. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.